Expeditionary Journal Entry 009. Well now, it's been quite some time since we've last jotted down an entry. But that's because we've been away on an adventure. It was the weirdest dream too. There was music and dancing and just a whole lot of nonsense. But we're back safe and sound now. We spent some time herding our cows from their pen over to their new home. We've bred them up to get a nice supply going to keep ourselves fed long term. And we also spent some time clearing out more room for our future haul of shame. But why stop at just cows? Hello again, dudes and dudettes. How are we? We are finally back after our adventure that we've taken. Obviously, we were gone. We were gone for a week, and we did a bit of travel, bit of exploring, bit of dancing. It was all well and fun. Now, as you can see in the background here, we've had our fancy little cow farm all nice and set up with our loud boys in here. And that's fine. They're quite loud. But just so we can check it out, this is how it's got sitting at the top at the moment. These bad boys come up and we were breeding them. And you can see that and blah blah blah. Eventually I intend on closing this off, having a nice little trapdoor just so it's easy access and just prettier. But what we'll do is we'll have a look. So we've got two sides here. These are our breeders and these are our food guys. And as I mentioned, you can stand here and with one hand we'll chop one lot. We'll kill them all. And down they go. And we'll get a bunch, but that's going to slowly start feeding into here with a whole heap. And that's with our looting sword, so we're getting a whole heap of meat. But then, of course, we can go, alright, well, you boys. And melty melt. And melty melt, there you go. And we just start getting a whole boatload of steak, which is awesome. So yeah, that's basically done. Ooh, a little bit of experience, don't mind if I do. And yeah, so we're going to keep using this. We're going to get this filled up, as I mentioned last time as well. We're not going to have this chest here permanently. We want to feed this down into a nice dropper line that's going to have some kind of storage silos that will probably pop over here, I believe. And the reason for that is you can see a nice another big hole here. And as mentioned, why stop at cows? We're going to pop an automatic chicken breeder here, or a chicken farm cooker breeder thingy-bob. It's a little bit more convoluted than this one, but it's still pretty easy. But before that, we've got something that I wanted to do. So we've had quite a few name tags for a while. We've had quite a few pets as well. So I wanted to name... I said, I need to actually pop it in there first. We want to name a couple of our pets, namely our bone horse, or our skeleton horse. Now, every game ever, I always name my horse Epona. That's just how it be. I love that name, I love that horse, but we're gonna pun it up a bit and go with Eboner, because it is very clearly a bone horse. So, I mean, what better name than Eboner? So, we'll go find this little fella. I'm pretty sure he is chilling down in my little enchanting. There he is. Or she is, I guess. Whatever. We're going to go with she now. So, Ebona, welcome. I really need to build her a stables. I mean, she's just wandering around in the inside of my base right now, which is a little bit silly. But yeah, so as I mentioned, we're going to start building ourselves out a chicken coop. So we're going to need to start collecting a bit of materials. Now, I've got a few listed that I want to... that I'm going to need, I should say. I know we need a couple of these things. We also need a bunch of redstone items. So what do we got here? We'll grab just some dust. I don't know if they need that many. Probably not that many torches. Definitely not that many repeaters. I think we only need 2, maybe even 1. I'll grab 2 just in case. We need a bunch of dispensers, but not that many. We need a couple of daylight sensors. We do need an observer. What else have we got here? We need blocks. We definitely need blocks. So we need to grab, we'll just grab a stack and a half. We're not going to need that many, but no, And we also want to grab some, that's not my glass. That is my glass. We'll also grab a chunk of glass, because we're going to want to set that up now. I may end up coming back and swapping it out, but as for now, this is all super temporary anyway. So yeah, we've got a few things that we want to get. We'll continue that off. So we've got a few few more farms planned for this particular episode, but realistically we're going to get our chicken farm started here, and then I have semi-marked out a spot over to the back here where the sheep is standing, and we're going to build ourselves a melon and pumpkin farm to kind of go alongside our little farms up here, because you know we're going to need to start growing more and more. I'd love to automate these at some point, but for now it's working as it is. So yeah, I've got a few more bits and pieces to grab, so I will go off and do that, and then I will be right back and we'll get started with this build. So I'll see you again shortly. Alright, so we've done a little bit more planning and just sorting it out just to make sure we've all got the correct dimensions, and we do. So let's get started. So we're going to have a hopper feeding into our chest here, so as that we can have our chickens come down into the chest once they've been killed and or cooked. I will place a temporary block here because we want to have 2 dispensers. Whoop. So 1 and 2 facing forward. Essentially what's going to happen is this top one is going to dispense our lava, this bottom one is going to dispense our chickens, or our eggs into the chickens. Now we want a hopper feeding into the back of this lower one right here, and what we want to do is have a dispenser on the side there facing inwards, and we're going to have blocking lines here and here. Now this encased little tomb here that the glass was looking down into, that's where our chickens are going to be. I don't have one with me, but what we do is we're going to throw our eggs into here. It's going to be a manual process, I should say, not automatic. And we will have a lever or something like that so we can just shoot them into that little area, and then basically those chickens will breed. They'll drop eggs down into here, which will shoot it into this front bit here, and then the lava will eventually pop out, kill them once they're of size, and boom, food into here. Whoop, I need these. And yeah, so that's essentially that whole setup there. Now what else we're going to do is we're going to block off these sides here just so it's a little bit prettier. We're going to have glass here, here, and here, and here, and just like this one, this isn't going to be the final design by any means. We're going to pretty this up a bunch once we're done. This is just to get it functional and working so we can start it, you know, going. So I guess from here we need to get the redstone going to power this bottom dropper, not dropper, what, dispenser, this bottom dispenser here. So we want to start with going, what do? We have a block here, and then we need a half slab here powering into that. We then want to go one there and one, am I right? One, oops, sorry, no, and one there and one there. So not on that bottom line, just there. And basically we're going to throw a torch here. That's going to power the block above, and in front as well. We're going to throw redstone dust there. It should, yep, fizzle out. One there as well. And we want to grab, oh, I have forgotten. Whoops. Okay, so I need to, where am I? We've got it feeding into there, which means it's here. So we actually need to, that's gone into the thing, but we need to pop a, what's that called? Ladder. Pop a ladder right there as well. So we'll do that, and that. With any luck. Okay, that's probably gone into one of these droppers. That's fine, I'll find it. There it is. Alright, cool. So we've got the redstone there, and there. We need to pop down our daylight sensors, and we'll need an observer as well. So we need to pop down a daylight sensor here. Now, as I can see, that burns out again. Now, you can have a daylight sensor on this side or on this side. If you're going on this side, which is what I will be doing, you actually need to do this, and we're going to turn it off and then have an observer facing this way. Again, it burns out. It's wonderful. And we actually need a repeater facing into this block. And clickety click, click, click. Bam, perfect. Now, have I ruined this for myself here? No, I haven't. So now we can pop our lava into this, and realistically, that's it. Yeah. I'll need to go grab my eggs, which I will do off, and I'll pop the eggs into the top one to shoot it out, and we'll see if we can't start getting some chickens into the front here to grow up as well. Now this is all automated. These daylight sensors will flick off a bunch of times throughout the day and night, and just as soon as these baby chickens grow up, then bam, they get cooked and down they go. So I'm going to leave this side open here. That's why the lights are here, to prevent mob spawns. But we're going to leave this open just so we can get easy access into the back here in case there's anything nonsense. And as you could hear, there's the lava shooting off there. So yeah, we'll go grab some chickens. We'll tidy up this front a bit more and we'll be right back very shortly. Alright, so we've had a bit of a kip to sleep through the night, and now we're going to grab the eggs that we do have. Now, we don't have a lot, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. We'll get some more as we go along, but this should be enough to get us started. We've also tidied up this front facade just down here, so it's just a little bit nicer on each side. We're going to really overdo this completely, as mentioned multiple times, but you know, and that bad boy, that goes off so often. So we've dug down a little bit here as well, so we can grab these eggs, and now we're just going to go boop, 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 and hope we get ourselves some chickens. There's one. It's not going to be a lot, but you know, that's two. What else we got? Can we get more? There's 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's quite a few in a row. And we're out. Yep. So we got these little dudes down here. They're going to ever so slowly grow up and do their thing. Now, you don't need this glass light access here. I just like being able to look down on things. I mean, I've got another one around the back that looks down on my enchanting room as well. I'll probably do a similar one here for the cows. Now, yeah, that's not a lot of chickens. We're not even close to the mob cap, but that is why we have our free-range hens over here. So I've been breeding them up slowly, and they haven't dropped any for me. But basically, these guys are going to run around their little pen, drop me some eggy eggs, and yeah, essentially we'll get started and then start filling this up and get it nice and going. Now, while those boys grow up and then lay their own eggs to then shoot into here so we can get a view, which probably won't see today, but you know, it is what it is. We're going to start on our second project, which is actually a pretty big project. I haven't had any form of pumpkin and melon farming at all, like for quite some time. So what I actually want to do is, in this nice flat area back here, is I'm going to build a really, really big automated one. Now there's a bit of a scary hole here, so we're going to have to actually fill this in. It doesn't go anywhere, it's just a hole, but it's going to, I've already measured it out with torches. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab each of these corners where these lights are, and then it goes, there's one row there, and then there's going to be 24 blocks, so that's 8, and then 16, and then 24. There, I'll just dig that out, and then basically this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. So that's how big we're going to have it, and that's going to be 8 wide, so that's one, what have we got here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that's 8 wide, and then that goes all the way back as well, and we're going to do 2 of these, 2 modules, so it's going to be, what's 24 plus 24 times 2 is 48, times 2 is 96, so it's going to be 96 plots for melon and pumpkin, so we're probably going to end up doing 48 of each. Now I'm going to just jump into a super quick time lapse because we're going to dig this down by 5 and clear the whole thing out in this big area. So we'll get started with that and be right back shortly. So I've decided to try my hand at a little bit of a time-lapse chat. This is the first time I've had. So as you can see here, we're digging out a giant hole. This is going to be for a big melon and pumpkin farm that we've got planned in the future, probably the next episode to be honest. Now, I wanted to mention that I've actually set up my own Discord server. You can see it pop onto the screen right about now with the link, but it's also got a link down in the description if you'd like to join. It's completely brand new, there's not a lot of people there, but hey, with your help, maybe we can boost it up and get a few more extras. I'm really, really enjoying this series so far. I mean, it's my very first one, but, you know, I'm thoroughly enjoying what I'm doing. I'm going slow, but, you know, slow's fun. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. But, yeah, I've got many plans for many different builds I'd love to get to, especially the Hall of Shame. I'm actually really excited to build out this Hall of Shame and memorize every time we manage to die. But if you've got any ideas or any feedback, please let us know on the Discord or let us know in comments below. And, yeah, with that, we may as well get back to it. Alright, so this should be the last of our pit. And we're done. So we've managed to finish digging this out. We've got our little 5 5 deep. Yep, 5 deep. And quite large, except it's split into 2 rows. I've laid out the torches here in a kind of rough estimate of how this is going to be laid out, but that's not what I wanted. I need to get up here. But basically what we're going to do with this, as mentioned earlier, is we're going to look to try and turn this into a little bit of a melon and pumpkin farm. So we've got a little bit of work to do with that still, and we're going to save that for next time. But our pit's done. This is where all of our redstone and collection system is going to sit underneath here. We're going to have 2 lots of chests on the middle front here, which is going to be our collection point. But that's for next time. We don't need to worry about that right now. Our free-range chickens have been going nuts with their egg-laying capacity, which is great because we want to boost our production of our automatic chicken farm. So if I can, what have I got? 12. 12's better than 0. They have been going gangbusters. Well, 1. I mean, 1's better than none, but you know, 1. So we'll dig down, and I don't have my thing on me, but that's fine. I'll come back to you. But yeah, we can fill that up, get some more in there. They'll start laying like crazy. They'll spurt out into this bad boy, and then as soon as he grows up, lava will click when it does its clicky thing, and bloop, we'll get ourselves some chicken. Now these guys have been going cool as well. I've been breeding them up more. Got a little bit of wheat left, but that's awesome. But we won't worry about that. We don't need too much more. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We've done pretty well for ourselves this one. It was only a nice quick one. We're getting back into the swing of things now that we're back from our little trip. We've managed to get ourselves a name. Well, not managed to get ourselves. We've managed to name ourselves our name tag, our horsey Abona, who we can't see, but she's down there somewhere. And we've got our big ass hole dug out. So I guess all that's left now is start preparing for next time. But where are we? I just want to see what my hole looks like from over this direction. Beautiful. Awesome. So wait, that's me. Oh, what's wrong with my skin? That's not fun. That's not my skin at all. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, something's going on there anyway, and we've got our stuff down below our big hole, so we need to fix that up. And yeah, get it all sorted, but that's next time's job. So thanks so much, guys. As you would have heard before as well, I do have a Discord server up and running now, so if you'd like to jump on that, definitely be sure to come say hi. It's very new, but we'll build up a nice little community anyway. And same goes for my Twitter and everything else, so be sure to share it around, show your friends, and hopefully we'll see you again next time. Thanks.